What's up, guys? It's Tuesday and it's time for a Polyphasic Sleep update. Also, today we're going to have the first giveaway on the channel. I'll explain how to qualify for that in a bit. It's going to be a $25 Amazon gift card, so stick around. By the way, guys, if you're new here, I post videos 3 to 5 days a week on varying topics such as time management, leadership, interpersonal skills, and stuff like that. If you're interested in that sort of thing, please consider subscribing so that you can get more content like this. So a quick update on my schedule. It's daylight savings time right now, and so that kind of threw everything off. So my entire schedule had to shift back an hour because we lost an hour, and I wanted to maintain the wake times and sleep times in my schedule. To do that, I had to push my entire schedule back, which was pretty disruptive. For instance, I'm taking a nap now when I would be eating dinner, going to bed an hour later, that sort of thing. So that's an extra challenge. I didn't even think about daylight savings time when I started Polyphasic Sleep 5 weeks ago. I had a couple ideas. I was gonna shift my schedule back 5 minutes every day. I'm not sure how disruptive that would be. I think I would get differing opinions on that if I asked other polyphasic sleepers, but I decided not to do that because it introduces a lot of variance. I'd have to change my alarms every day. It would introduce a lot of risk for an alarm failure. So I decided not to do that. I'm just gonna stay on the schedule I'm on with everything happening an hour later and just hope for the best. Once I'm adapted, I'll start to shift my schedule and just kind of experiment with shifting that schedule. So the title of the video today is Do Whatever It Takes. I wanted to really talk about my approach to polyphasic sleep and also some of the information that I'm getting that makes it more challenging. So one of the things is when I wake up, so I get up at now 1:30 in the morning, around 3 o'clock I eat. So I just have an apple and some peanut butter or almond butter. So not a major meal or anything, but I eat because it helps me to stay awake. Now that's at about 3 in the morning. I do stop eating at about 7 p.m. So I have an 8-hour window there, but this is actually against some of the recommendations on the Discord channel. So they say that between your core and your first nap, you shouldn't really be eating 8 to 12 hours of fasting. I can see the benefits of that. I know that there are some scientific studies that show that you're healthier if you don't eat in the middle of the night like that. But here's what I'm going to say about that. Polyphasic sleeping is broken up into 2 time frames. The first being your first 30 or 40 days, if you don't have any oversleeps, and then the rest of the time that you do polyphasic sleep. So that could be years or months or whatever. So that adaptation period is a struggle. You're gonna struggle a lot. Anything you can do to make that easier that's not detrimental to polyphasic sleeping itself, anything that's really bad for your health, I'm not saying go do cocaine or something, but as far as eating food at night, what they say is that it can increase your risk of diabetes, heart disease, cancer. Doing it for 30 days, especially something like this, is going to be a minimal risk. You're really not putting your life in danger having an apple in the morning after your core, but for me, it really helps me snap out of that sleepiness, and it reduces my risk of oversleep, which is more important to me than maybe putting on a couple pounds because I'm eating in the middle of the night. So that's under the umbrella of doing whatever it takes. I'm going to ignore some of those long-term behavioral issues in favor of optimizing my first 30 to 45 days so that I can get through adaptation, and then I can adjust my habits to optimize my health. Another thing is extra naps. So I haven't done this and I really stay away from it. If you're up after your core and you're in the middle of adaptation and it's just kicking your ass, if you need to take an extra nap, just a 20-minute nap to just snap back, it's much better to take that nap consciously than to pass out on the couch and sleep for 3 hours because you're so sleep deprived. So that little nap to snap you back into your schedule is much less damaging. Now you have to be careful about that because it's easy to make excuses or get into a pattern to where now, say you're on E3 and you're taking 5 naps a day. You don't want to do that. But you can throw in an extra nap every now and then if it's absolutely critical. If you can honestly say to yourself, if I don't take a nap right now, I'm going to oversleep or I'm going to fall asleep unscheduled, it's better to have that alarm to wake you up after 20 minutes than to fall asleep and have no alarm. On that note, I'm on day 36. If you've been watching my videos, you know on day 18 I overslept 2 hours in my core. Well, I also overslept this week. Well, I slept unscheduled. I was sitting on the couch in a very uncomfortable position, basically really slouched, with my butt on the very edge of the seat and my shoulder blades on the back of the couch. And I was sitting there for just a moment and I fell asleep. Now I got really lucky because this was at about 1 in the morning, so I had been awake for 30 minutes from my core. Fell asleep at 1 in the morning, and I got really lucky that I just randomly woke up at 2 in the morning. So it was a 1 hour unscheduled sleep, probably set me back a few days, but overall it could have been a lot worse because the next time anyone would have been out in the living room to wake me up would have been 4 hours after that, maybe even longer, and that would have been really detrimental. So that's what got me thinking about this eating food thing. You know, if I had gotten up in that situation and just gone straight to the fridge and gotten something to eat real quick, I probably wouldn't have overslept. And that oversleep is much more damaging than having an apple or a glass of milk even, something to just, you know, get my body going. And in another kind of angle to doing whatever it takes, you've got to think of polyphasic sleep as you're going to struggle for 30 to 45 days. And you've just got to buckle down and do it, whatever it takes. So if you have to go take a cold shower, that sucks, but do it. You know, if that's what you need to do to succeed, then go do that. I haven't had to do that, luckily. I've thought about doing the cold showers thing, but I just can't get myself to do it. Not there yet, but maybe someday. So what I'm doing right now to try to fix my adaptation a little bit, I've started struggling a little bit, staying awake. Also, if you've watched the channel for a while, you know that I did Whole30 at the beginning, and I think that really helped. So the Whole30 nutrition plan really gives me a lot of energy, keeps me from having those dips in energy, and it's just really good overall for me. I finished that 15 days in, so that would be 3 weeks ago. Since then, I've kind of had a little bit of a backslide. I've been drinking more soda. I haven't been drinking enough water, been eating more junk food. Not terrible, but every day I'm having a soda and maybe having a bag of chips or something. I want to get away from that, so this week I'm really going to be focusing on drinking more water, a lot more water, because I'm terrible about that, and cutting out the junk food and the soda to see if that helps me get through this final kind of kick of adaptation. And, you know, it's just better for you in general. So I'm going to experiment with that. It's been a couple weeks of soda and random snacks and junk food, so I want to get back into that healthy diet so it can really help me feel better and not have these dips in energy. So I'll give you an update on that next week. So let's talk about the giveaway. $25 Amazon gift card, and all you have to do to qualify is like this video, put a comment down below, and be subscribed to the channel. Do those 3 things, you'll be qualified, and I'll probably do the drawing in about 2 weeks. So good luck on that. And I'll see you guys in the next video.